Morning, students. We'll continue the concept. Second order derivative. And under this, we were doing some example. We finished 41th example we did last. Exercise 5.7 now we'll do. And we'll do some good question from the exercise. So exercise 5.7, from the 5.7 we do some question. Question number 11th I will take first. If y is equal to 5 cos x 3 sin x, prove that y2 plus y is equal to 0. One more question I want to write because it is very small question. So let me write one more question. 12th one. Question says if y is equal to cos inverse x, find d square y by dx square in the term of unknown y. So this is the first question, and it is a given. It is a given function. We want to prove y2 plus y is equal to 0. As I give you the knowledge of the methods, we have a two method. First I'll find y2, then I can take left hand side and can get right hand side. But beside it, I just taught you the second method, which normally may be used, and I request you to use the second method. This is why you will normally write differentiate with respect to x. This y gonna be y1. Now I'll make it the differentiation. So 5, the differentiation of cos is a minus sign, and this is a sine, have a differentiation cos x. Again differentiate with respect to x. This is gonna be y2, and this is sine, have a differentiation cos. This cos have a minus sign. So minus and minus plus. So one method is just take a left hand side, put these values and get answer. But instead of that, I'm going to make the second method, which is just take out minus common from here. So it is a 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. Very simple. And this whole will replace with a y. So this is y2, it is y. And just do transfer this, y2 plus y is equal to 0, which is a y2 plus y is equal to 0, which is a requirement, hence done. So this was very simple question. Again, the 12th question is again easy. Question says that y is equal to cos inverse x, and find d square y by dx square. As usual, we know that how to find out the two successive differentiation. But question says in the term of alone y. So how answer will come in alone y? Look at. First I'll differentiate this with respect to x. This is gonna be dy by dx. This is dy by dx of cos inverse x. And in your knowledge, I think that dy by dx of cos inverse x is minus 1 upon 1 minus x squared. Now it's time to go again differentiate with respect to x. This is d square y by dx squared. This is d by dx of minus 1 upon 1 minus x squared. Sometimes this kind of condition will definitely put in confusion to the students, but let me speak frankly, it's very easy concept. First you write d by dx. This is minus 1, the minus, and don't worry about the minus sign. So let me take out common. Let me take out just minus sign outside, and only remaining 1 upon 1 minus x squared. You don't worry, this is a minus 1 because alone minus is so a bit awkward to write there. So that minus 1 I've written, this minus 1, and is 1 upon 1 minus x squared. Now I'll differentiate that. So you should realize that what kind of this is function. So you have two ways to do this. So you can write 1 minus x squared power half and take upside. So 1 minus x squared whole power will be minus half. So just beside it, or instead of that, you also can use the type of the function. And the type of function is 1 by x. It is just like 1 by x. It is just like 1 by x. And you know the differentiation of 1 by x is what? The differentiation of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. So you can treat this as same. minus 1 by x square. You can write 1 by a whole is called x. It is not x, it is a function of x. It's a chain rule. So first I'll use this formula and then second I will differentiate this one. So this is a way, it will be in your practice very soon. So minus 1 is just a side. 1 by whole will deal by minus 1 upon this square and d by dx of this. If you're in trouble, I told you that don't do like that. You write only 1 minus x square whole power half and then put it upside. It will be 1 minus x square whole minus half and do same. So answer will be same, you don't worry with that. So this is 1 upon x minus 1 upon x square and d by dx of this same. I have got 1 and 1 upon 1 minus x square and d by dx of this is 1 by 2 into same. The differentiation of under root sign is 1 by 2 into same, and again differentiation of 1 minus x square will be 1 and 0 and this is minus 2x. So whole answer is 2 and 2 will be cancelled. So upside is only minus x and these two, 1 minus x square and 1 minus x square. So what you're going to do, now we wanted the answer in the term of alone y. So I request you put from here x is equal to, look at the question, y equal to cos inverse x. So x is equal to cos y. X is equal to cos y. You do transfer cos inverse this side. So x is equal to cos y. So put x equal to cos y everywhere. So this is minus cos y. This is 1 minus cos square y. And this is 1 minus cos square y. This is the answer now. Minus cos y. 1 minus cos square y is sin square y. And the 1 minus cos square y again sin square y will come out from the root sign. It's gonna be sin y. So whole answer is cos y by sin y is a cot y. And 1 by sin square y is a cosec square y. So this is whole answer in the term of y we have got. Nothing hard, you just know how to differentiate this term. How to differentiate this term. You also can use your division formula. You also can get the same answer. So you have three methods I told. First I did here. Second you can use division formula. And third you can write 1 minus x square power half because it's a root sign. When you will take it upside, it's gonna be 1 minus x square whole power minus half and use the power formula and get answer. So this is the question. Two questions I made here. So let me choose some more question from the exercise, which is that being seems important. So look at them. Look at them. Now question is question number 13. Y is equal to 3 cos log x plus 4 sin log x. Show that x square y2 x y1 plus y is equal to 0. And one more question we want to write here. Okay, first let me finish. I can write here. Okay, well, let me finish it because now the further question will take a large space. So look at the question. This is again an easy question. We are given 3 cos log x plus 4 sin of log x. And whatever they told, x square y2 x y1 plus y should be 0. This is left hand side, it is right hand side. So how we can prove? Definitely already I mentioned two methods here. So I will try to choose the second one, in which I won't take the left hand side. I won't take the left hand side, but directly I'll get a whole answer. Look at, first I differentiate with respect to x. So this is y1, 3 is a constant, d by dx of cos log x, and this is 4 constant, d by dx of sin log x. Now the answer is y1 equal to 3. Cos have a differentiation minus sin log x, and by the chain rule log x will again differentiate, which have a differentiation 1 by x. 1 by x. Same is here. Sin will differentiate as a cos log x, and according to chain rule the log x again differentiate is 1 by x. Now further term is very important. Don't do y1. Don't do y2. Don't do the successive next differentiation. But before it, take an LCM. And x is coming in denominator. So do transfer this side. So after taking an LCM, definitely both are x. The numerators will be same as it is, will be written there. So denominator x will be transferred this side. It is going to be xy1 minus 3 sine of log x plus 4 cos log x. So this is simple term. Now it's time to go again differentiate with respect to x. Again differentiate with respect to x. This is x y1, and this time students you write d by dx of x y1. Don't do hurry. Sometimes student in a very confident way, and he or she writes the differentiation of x is 1 and y1 have a differentiation y2. So don't do like that, because it is not an ordinary function. It is in multiplication term, x into y1. So before doing, you should think that it is not an ordinary function. So you write d by dx first, and then d by dx of whole minus 3 sine of log x plus 4 cos of log x. Now d by dx of x into y1, already I told you use the multiplication law here. First function is x, differentiation of y1 is y2, second function is y1, and differentiation of x is 1, and equal to d by dx, and do by the same method, minus which is a constant value. The differentiation of sine is a cos log x, and according to chain rule, the log x will be differentiated as 1 by x. Here it is 4, and it was a plus sign. I specially write minus because I know that the differentiation of cos gonna be minus sign. So it's a cos have a differentiation minus sine log x, and log have a differentiation 1 by x. Now do again the same procedure. You take an LCM, which is x, and do the transfer. When x will be transferred this side, it will be cross multiplied here. It will be happening x square y2 plus x y1 equal to, and take out minus common from here. So when you will take out minus common from here, this will be like that. Both sides will be positive, and don't worry, this whole is your y. So whole is a y. So now I am writing, instead of whole this as a y, and I do transfer this y in left hand side, it is a plus y, and whatever the answer, this is a requirement. So very easy way, and guys you should know, and you should do the method how I got the answer. Do practice from your side, you will also learn. It's very simple. Okay, now let me take more questions. Question number 14th one. Y is equal to a e to the power mx, b e to the power nx, to show y2 minus m plus n y1 plus m n y is equal to 0. This is a question. So I don't want to waste the time to tell you the nature of the question, because you already have seen many of time this kind of question may come. Left hand side will be given, you need a right hand side. So I finally need y2. So we have a y here. So one by one I will find y1 and y2, and then think that whether I can reach here without taking left hand side, or we have to take the left hand side. Okay, look at solution. This is y is equal to a e to the power mx, b e to the power nx. So go in fast work, differentiate with respect to x. This is gonna be y1 a. Directly I am doing. What is differentiation of e to the power mx? So first, okay, let me write d by dx e to the power mx, b d by dx e to the power nx. Now what to do? A, e to the power mx, chain rule, first will be e and then mx. So first will be same, because the differentiation of e is same, e to the power x is e to the power x. So e to the power mx have a differentiation same, and again differentiate to mx will be m. Here is same, e to the power nx and then n. So overall you have got am e to the power mx, bn e to the power nx, and unfortunately I cannot see any more term which is actually similar from here. I cannot substitute any value here. I cannot simplify that. So we have to go further for y2, and it seems that I cannot get my requirement directly from the term. I have to go with the left hand side and get a right hand side. That is only to understand after doing the first differentiation. It will come automatically in your mind that what to do. So in this question in particular, I'm helpless to solve any more thing. I cannot substitute any value from y here. So it means that you have to take the left hand side furthermore. So I'll go again differentiate with respect to x. This y1 will be y2, and this time I'm doing directly all the things. A and m a constant value, and e to the power mx have a differentiation same, but mx have a differentiation m, which will make it m square, and same is here. B and e to the power nx have a differentiation same, but nx have a differentiation n, which it will make n square. So after finding y2, y1 and y, now it's time to go with the left hand side, because already I have told that I am unable to get whole the things right from here, so that I am going with the left hand side. I already told you that these two methods are very important. Now I'll put all the values one by one. y2 is equal to am square e to the power mx plus bn square e to the power nx minus m plus n, and it is y1. y1 is the value of y1 is hiding here. am e to the power mx plus bn e to the power nx, and lastly it is mn, and y is equal to this whole a to the power e to the power mx and b e to the power nx. So further it I am not doing the work, because it is very simple. Now you multiply these two terms, and after simplifying, what you will observe, all term will cancel from each other and remaining will be just a zero. So this is your task. I know that you can do it. It's very easy. It's time wasting here. That's why I'm leaving on you. This was a method explained already, and you do the thing which I told you here. Now, further question which seems important, I'm telling you only. Question number 16. Look at question 16. E to the power y x plus 1 is equal to 1. If this is given, show that y2 d square y by dx square is equal to dy by dx whole square. This is a good question. Look at the term, how we can do it. Solution, I start with solution. E to the power y x plus 1 is equal to 1 is given. It is given. And now I will go till d square y by dx square, and I'll try to manage this. y2 equal to y1 square. So how it is a different kind of question. It's a different kind of question. Look at. First, it is a given function. So I'll go with, first I do transfer x plus 1 in denominator side. Now it's become a bit easy. It's the first equation. If you cannot give it, no matter, after it will give. So this is a function. Now I'll differentiate with respect to x. Now look at the thing. This is d by dx of e to the power y, and this is d by dx of 1 by x plus 1. Now go on. E to the power y have a differentiation chain rule, because it is y. So e have a differentiation same, and y have a differentiation dy by dx. And 1 by x plus 1 is again the differentiation. What kind of that function? 1 by x. So you know that 1 by x have a differentiation minus 1 by x square. This is same, minus 1 by x, instead of x it is x plus 1, so x plus 1 square, and again differentiation of x plus 1 is a chain rule. The again differentiation of x plus 1 is 1, so I'm not writing that. So this is only dy by dx we have got here. Now let me write the term again. Look at student, I'm writing here that you have got e to the power y dy by dx is equal to minus 1 upon x plus 1 whole square. This is a term you have got till here. Now further I have to reach till this point. So let me explain something that you are already having. dy by dx is equal to what you are having, minus 1 upon x plus 1 square e to the power y. This e to the power y I transferred here. This is still dy by dx with you, and let me more think that dy by dx equal to whatever you have got, e to the power y is being here. So can you simplify it? So by putting by 1, you have e to the power y is equal to 1 upon x plus 1. So you put here e to the power y is equal to 1 upon x plus 1. I think we should put here only. Don't write that term. E to the power y is equal to, look at by 1, e to the power y is equal to 1 upon x plus 1, and dy by dx is equal to 1 upon x plus 1 whole square. This will give you an idea, students, that these two will cancel and this term is remaining. Ultimately, I would say that you have got very important term dy by dx. Now you see that how I got, this is very easy procedure. By citing one time, by viewing one time to the video, you can understand it from where I got the term. This is not the requirement, this is dy by dx. I have to go d square y by dx square. So okay, again differentiate that term. This is d square y by dx square minus 1 putting outside, dy by dx of 1 by x plus 1 is remaining here. So in quick way I tell you, so d by dx of 1 by x plus 1, so it is again the form of 1 by x. So the differentiation of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. So minus 1 by x square. And again differential of x plus 1 is 1. So whole answer is minus into minus plus. And this is 1 upon x plus 1 whole square. What I want the answer? I want d square y by dx square equal to dy by dx whole square. So intentionally I am writing that based on this, because I want dy by dx here. This is negative but it is a positive. So intentionally I am writing this one. Look at the term. I put minus sign from my side because it is square. And minus 1 square is 1. And x plus 1 square is same. So the written term is actually balanced term, and intentionally I put a minus sign and have written the term like that because I have in question 2 minus 1 upon x plus 1 equal to dy by dx. So by 1 I'll go with d square y by dx square is equal to, instead of whole is dy by dx whole square. This is the term. Whatever you got the answer, this is a requirement which we have to show. So this is the way of solving the problem. Let me rub this, and now I will move finally at the last question of the book, of the question exercise. It is again very important question, 17th one. Y is equal to tan inverse x whole square. Show x square plus 1 whole square y2 2x x square plus 1 y1 equal to 2. It's one of the very important question which may come in annual examination. So please do practice of such kind of question. Let me explain that in example. I did the same question of sine inverse x. This is of tan inverse x, and in miscellaneous exercise you may get one more question. And then if you will take some reference book, among it we have lots of questions like that. So do the practice of this. I'll take first y is equal to tan inverse x whole square. Now I just want to show this one. So I'll go first y2, meaning y1 I'll go. y1 is equal to d by dx of tan inverse x whole square. And what is the differential of this? First power and then second tan inverse. So power will come front. Tan inverse x whole power 1, and differential tan inverse x is again 1 upon 1 plus x square. By the chain rule I did. 2 will come front, 1 will deduce from the power, and tan inverse x have a redifferentiation 1 upon 1 plus x square. So after this the term is very important. I am writing that is 1 upon 1 plus x square. It is in upon 1 plus x square. So look at the requirement where x square plus 1 is coming along with y2. So intentionally what I will do now, I will transfer 1 plus x square with y1, and I am writing the term like that 1 plus x square will multiply, 1 plus x square will multiply with y1, and it is 2 tan inverse x. So this is simple term. Now what to do next? So two ideas I am giving you. First, look at the term tan inverse x, it is square. It is square. And it is only tan inverse x. If I will make square both sides, it will be squared, and instead of a term I can write y, and that will be helpful to the question because it is not containing tan inverse x anywhere. So what I'll make square both sides. And second idea also, look at the answer. Along with y2 we have a 1 plus x square whole square. So this is second idea. You can square both sides. It gonna be 1 plus x square whole square, y1 square, 2 2's are 4, and it is tan inverse x whole square. This is 4 tan inverse x whole square, and this is 1 plus x whole square and y1 square. And student, before doing this I already have told you that this tan inverse x whole square is itself y, so write y here. Now it's time to do differentiate again with respect to x. So this is 1 plus x square whole square y1 square d by dx of 4 into y. Now I use here the multiplication rule. First function as it is, differentiation of y1 square as it is, differentiation of 1 plus x square whole square, and this 4 will come just after, and d by dx of y is y1. d by dx of y is y1. Now look at here, 1 plus x square whole square, this is chain rule. First will power and then y1. So power will come front, and again differentiation of y1 is y2. This is y1 square. I think you have got here, first power will come front, y1, 1 will reduce from the power, and differentiation of y1 is again y2. y1 square same, here again the chain rule will come, first power will handle and then second this function. So power will come front, 1 plus x square, 1 will reduce from the power, and again differentiation of 1 plus x square is 2x because it is 0 and is 2x, and 4 into y1 is waiting here. Now the things we have got, then compared to the question requirement, what it is saying that we need only 2 here, and we are having 4y1. So we'll divide by 2y1, and same divide I did in earlier the question. You know that I'll divide by 2 into y1. On dividing by 2y1, it is 2y1 will remove from here, and the answer will be 1 plus x squared. 2y1 will remove, only y2 will be there. 2y1 will be removed, so answer will be 2. This is 2, this is x, this is 1 plus x squared, and y1 will be remaining here equal to 2. The whole is your current answer which was told. So this is the method. Hope you will make. Tomorrow I will continue the chapter. You know that according to a new syllabus, the further concept mean value theorem and the Lagrange theorem have been eliminated, removed from the syllabus, so that we won't do this. But in miscellaneous exercise we will continue and we'll do some questions which seems actually very important as far as the exam is concerned. So okay, let's look tomorrow. We'll see some questions. Thank you.